I say this is going to be an epic, so this is going to be a long one. So yeah, go out, get yourselves, while I'm walking down here and doing a bit of B-roll walking down, go and get yourself a cup of tea sorted out, a cup of coffee, get yourself some toast, an extra round, because this is going to be a long one probably. Right, looks like I've got myself a bit of an audience at the moment, but that's not going to bother me. As you can see, we're now over the other side, and you're going to have to excuse the mist on the screen because it's just getting drizzled on all the time. I'm trying to keep it clean, but look at this. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? Now I can't decide whether I prefer it from this side or the other side, but what I can tell you is I'm buzzing to the fact that I've been on that side this time. When we were here last time, I saw someone over there and I couldn't work out how they got there. So I'm buzzing that I've seen it up close and I've stood on that little ledge just about there, so I'm quite pleased with that. And I actually like this shot. It's going to be quite blown out in the sky. I like the idea of it being a little bit blown out and causing that haze as it comes down into the waterfall. Again, I might have to shoot a pano, I might have to shoot a pano to get it all in, it just depends. I'm going to try and do a vertical pano again, so I'm shooting one at the top, one in the middle, one halfway down and one right down at the bottom, so I can get all of that in and looking down over the cliff. These are all a little bit experimental. It's one of those hit and miss. I haven't got my tripod to do a pano this way perfectly, but to do a pano that way without a tilt and shift head, very, very difficult. But that is stunning. What a waterfall, eh? And this is still only the first one. You'll be all right hiding under my umbrella. Yeah, I thought I just wanted to show you what it is I was doing, because taking pictures and not showing you is not my thing. I like to show you what I'm up to, really. I'm on F8 ISO 160, which is giving me an okay shutter speed. I could probably bump the ISO up a little bit just to slow it down, or sorry, to speed it up, sorry. But I think it's alright. I'm getting loads of movement in the water. It's such a torrent. And basically what I've done, I've taken a shot at this position. I've then tilted the camera down slightly, like so. Taken another shot like that. I've then tilted it down again a little bit more. Taken another shot like that, and then tilted it down one more. Oh, and taken another shot like that. So that's pretty much what I've done, 4 shots all the way down, and hopefully then, I can just tilt that back up, hopefully then that'll give me the whole of the waterfall all the way down. Now, why I'm in this position, and we don't get to see this very often, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to go for another epic stitch. I'm going to do 4 shots down there, 4 shots down there, 4 shots down there, and I'm going to stitch it all together. I'm here, why not? If I don't get it, I don't get it. But if I do get it, wow, will that be stunning. Absolutely fantastic. I'm just sorry I can't film you. I can't hold the tripod and hold you and try and keep the rain off. It's just near on impossible. So yeah, I'm doing the best I can, and I hope you appreciate that. But yeah, let's see if I can get this stitch together if I can. You can see this one I've just done now, or the best of it. And if I get this epic, there you go. It's going to be brilliant. Back with you. We've just had a little cake.
It was a little one.
It was a little cake, a tiny little cake, a tiny weeny little cake. We're going on a bit of a health trip.
We are being good.
Yeah, we are going on a bit of a health trip. I will mention it in this video. Denise's sister's just had a bit of an issue with her heart, so she's actually in hospital at the moment. So yeah, we can't do much. We are away when we found out. So yeah, it sort of made us think a little bit that maybe it's time to. Yeah, she's younger than us. It made us think, you know, maybe it's time to start looking after the old ticker a bit better. So we're going to start eating a little bit better if we can. So starting off with a chocolate cake that we've just had.
No, we've been good. We've had porridge.
We have been good. We've had we've been eating porridge, and we've bought bags of nuts and fruit and stuff like that. So we've been good. We do try on and off, but I do get slip away a little bit. It's not going to stop me eating my chocolate. My camera's just wobbled over. But yeah, at least, yeah, we're going to try. So just a warning to everybody else out there. The body is a machine. If you don't put the right fuel in, it won't work. So yeah, keep yourself hydrated and keep yourself healthy.
And control your stress levels.
And control your stress levels.
That's the key.
Right, we are now moving on from this number 1 waterfall, and we are going to head back up the pathway up that way, and then we're going to head that direction and go and try and find number 2. I've not done any zoomed in shots. I've just done big, wide, epic landscape, vista type things, because it's just too drizzly to be pulling the lenses out, and I don't want to get missed on the inside elements or the inside glass, and definitely not on the sensor.
It's all right, I'll show you mine.
So yeah, she'll show you hers. Hers are nice. So yeah, we're going to move on. We're going to go and find the next one. Just on the way to the second waterfall, we've just come through the pathway, just following the red path all the way around at the moment. I just spotted over in the distance, I don't know if you can see it, I think that's it on the end of my finger. There's a little tree down there covered in really gnarly moss and lichens and stuff, and it just jumped out, it caught my eye. And as I've said to you many times in the past, if something catches your eye, have a look at the reason why it's caught your eye, and then there's bound to be a photograph there. There's definitely a photograph there. A name drop of the century, Simon Baxter. I bet he would have caught this would have caught his eye. I've taken a shot from up that way, and I've just come down here. I think this is the better position. I've taken a few bracketed f-stops. I've gone from f2.8 to diffuse the background and try and freeze the water droplets, and I've gone f4, which is probably the one I use, and then an f8, which is a lot of depth in it. Really, really nice horizontal and a vertical shot. I hope they work. I hope they look as good as what I can see in my head, and yeah, really, really nice. So enjoy this one while we carry on getting to this next waterfall.
Oh, you just know.
We are still heading for Waterfall 2,
27.
but in fact, yeah, we're now on the green path. We're at 27. What we did is we got to a gate, I think it was number 22 on the red path that we were on, which is the main route round the red path. And you have to go off the red path to get to Waterfall 2 and 3. So halfway along, I've got my phone out, checked the map on there, and I realised that we hadn't gone down to the first number 2 waterfall. The reason being also is, when we were at the gate, Denise said it's got erosion control on there and they don't want you using that gate, so we didn't go down there anyway. So it's not a bad thing, because it is erosion control. So we've now made our way up to point 25, and there's another route down to the green route. So we're now heading down. Oh, we found him again. We've got our neighbours here. He's sleeping in the van next to us. How far down is it?
Another 5-10 minutes.
Another 5 to 10 minutes. Come on, I'm sweating.
When you go down, and you fall another 30 rounds.
So yeah, we're heading down this way. We go down and find a waterfall, but it's a long way down. As you can see there, it's a long way down to go yet. So I'll switch you back on when I get down to the bottom. We are nearly down at the river. You can probably hear it. That's a steep, steep, steep walk down. I'm absolutely melting. I've got my puffer coat on underneath, my down coat. Oh, but yeah, well worth it once you get here. Look at this. Wowee. Same again, we've got more of these long crags and stuff, and the water's just running off the edges of them, which is pretty cool. We've got a waterfall down here where Denise is, just up here. We'll have a look at this one. I think this must be number 3, and then we've got to go back to number 2. You can hear it getting louder and louder as I get closer and closer. Look at that. Right, I've got to strip off a bit, take me down coat off and pack it away, stop myself from sweating. And in one of my videos way back when, someone said about a defib. I need to keep one on me. Look, Denise is stripping off as well now. Fantastic. Right, we're going to be down here for a while, so I'll speak to you in a little while. I'll just switch you on for a moment. I'll just grab this dude here. He's got a bunch of people with him, all there. Say hi, woo! Got a bunch of people. He's actually a guide and they're doing the Waterfalls Walk. So I'm going to get him to pronounce the 4 waterfalls for you, so you know what they're supposed to be. Because I take it you're Welsh.
I am.
Well, that makes it all much easier. So here we go.
So the first one is Sgwd Llyn-gwyn. That's Fall of the White Meadow. The second one on the river is Sgwd Isaf Llyn-gwyn. That's Lower Fall of the White Meadow. This one is Sgwd y Panwr. That is Fall of the Fuller, and then the one you can walk behind is Sgwd Eira, and that is Fall of the Snow.
There you go, Fall of the Snow, and that's the one we're heading to.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for that,
Right.
brilliant.
Cheers.
I'll let him get back to his group to make sure he can keep count and none of them disappear over the top. But yeah, pretty good. Now you know the names of them, because there's not a cat in hell's chance I could pronounce any of them. Again, this is a bit of a struggle to try and video and show you what I'm doing because of the conditions. I've had an umbrella above my head. Denise has been shooting up that way. I've got no idea what she's shooting at the moment, but she's got a bit of a smile on her face. I want to try and get the vastness of this. I wanted to try and get it all in at this angle. I'm going to look over at that angle in a minute, and I'm going to probably put me and Denise in it just to give you a scale of how big this really is. What I've decided to do on this one, because I'm only on the 18mm again, is I've shot a pano, and I've done it 3 different times. Whether it's because I'm not thinking right or not, I don't know. I did one at ISO 400 to give me a bit more of a faster shutter speed, and then I shot one also at ISO 160, and it's just, I'm trying to get the movement in the water, but I'm also trying to get it quick enough that it's not just a big fuzz. There's lots of texture in it, there's lots of you know, brown streaks in it, which is really quite nice. But I wanted to get the full vista, and I'm not the tripod over there. I want to get the full vista, so I started right round this side. There's a big tree you'll see in the image in a minute, if it works. And it's got all these beautiful gold and bronzy brown colours, and all the leaves, and all the tree roots are sticking through, which I really quite like. Then this big tree, which is sitting over the top of the waterfall. And then I'm on a bit of a ridge, so you can look down into the ridge. So I've got the camera face down doing a pano. Sometimes that can be pretty nasty. It could end up blowing the perspective out a little bit. But I've sweeped it all the way across. If it doesn't work in a big pano, I'll just take a section out of it. I've not finished yet though. I'm going to take a few more images. Like I said, I'm going to go over that side. I took a vertical shot as well, looking down the waterfall and looking down the tree roots. I'm trying to add something extra to just the water. But yeah, this is monstrous. It's massive and it just goes up and up and up this way. Absolutely fantastic. I'll get a few more shots and I'll see if I can talk you through one of the images. But yeah, brilliant, but quite hard to get it good. Right, I've got my camera lady on the go. I've got another pano set up. I've just moved back a little bit further and I quite like this one. I like the fact I can see down into the water and I like the fact I've got all these tree roots and the brown leaves are fantastic. I'm not going to do a big pano, this is going to be like 3. That's all I'm going to do, so I'm going to do a 3 pano bracket. I'm going to show you what I'm doing. I'm at f11, ISO 160, everything's in manual. I'm at 2.5, whatever it is. It's not 2.5 of a second. I don't know what it is, but I'm on it anyway. Right, focused. I'm focused on the tree roots in the foreground. 2-second timer. Take my hand off the camera. That should take a 1 shot like an idiot. I do it again with my hand in front of it so I know where to start. Right, now I'm going to knock it over on the bracket. Let's get going again. 3 shots. And then we move the camera around, keeping the tree roots and everything in the camera. Three shots again, move it round again. I'm going to take another shot, this time looking further into the waterfall. I'm going to go for 4 shots. 4 shots is just about enough to get it all in. Really good, and I'm going to knock it back onto a single shot, put my hand back in front of it, then I know that's the end of that pano. That's it, lock the camera back off so she's solid, that's another pano done. Right, now we're going to go over that way and get yourself something a bit bigger with the 2 of us in. Thought I'd take you down and show you a little bit closer. I've just got a couple of epic selfies, so I thought in the normal style of Compton, as we do, we like to show you a little bit extra in our videos. So we're getting a bit closer now to the old waterfall. If I step up here and come round to this ledge right here, place my feet on the edge of this nice little ledge, you get a really good view of how powerful this water really is. Just look at that. How fantastic is that? It's quite disorientating unless you're pretty steady on your feet, and I feel quite confident on my feet. The water's moving around you, so the ground's moving. Like I say, I'm only on this little ledge just here. Unbelievable stuff, that. Unbelievable. Right, let's move back over onto a little bit of safety. Come back round this way. Pretty cool, isn't it? Go back up on this ridge. Get back up here. There we go. There's a closer view of the waterfall. while Mrs. C's over here shouting at me, don't get too close to the edge. Took some pictures of these. Look at these tree roots as well. Look at these stunning tree roots. How fantastic is all of that? And to be honest, when I'm talking to you and I see images, I've just seen another image here. I love this, these roots here leading up into this. So I think, if I can get on the edge here, I think that's quite a nice shot looking down that way, sort of up into there. I quite like that, so I'm going to bring the camera over here. I'm going to get a shot looking up that way, and then I'm going to move up a bit closer to where the camera is at the moment. So these tree roots, look at these. They're absolutely lethal. If you tread on them and put your foot underneath, you get a bit, you fall on your face. But yeah, and then I'm going to come back up here and take one of that down there, because that's pretty epic as well. So let me get these shots sorted, then we'll take you up to Waterfall 2, and then we're going to go up to the big one because time's getting on. We're going to be here all day. Found myself a little fungus, and that's not because we've been in the van a few days either. All the greens is just growing out the side of the tree. That's really cool. That is a proper nature shot. I'm just going to flip it out onto a vertical as well and just take another one. And as it's growing up, I've left the room to grow upwards. I'm going to put a massive depth of field on this one. I'm going to wind it right open to F16, I think. I'm going to take one at F16, focused on the mushroom, get it level, and hopefully that should give me all the texture in the branches, in the room, in the wood as well. We had a bit of a longer exposure this one. Very nice. Cool that. Now on our way to Waterfall 2, which is now Waterfall 3, and they put in some nice walk boards to keep you off the mud, and I suppose it stops the erosion as well, which is pretty good. It's quite nice of them, things like that. I know you normally have to pay if you go into the two main car parks for these walks. They're £4 for cars all day, and I think it was £8 for a minibus. We found a different car park, which is a free one, but you have to walk over from the west side and come over the bridge. It's alright, it's not a bad walk, it's not too far, but this is a lovely little place to come, it really is, as long as you're good on your feet. It's very muddy, it's quite slippery, there's a lot of tree roots as you've seen back there. Even these walk boards, they put grip tape on some of them, but again, they're still slippy. You still don't take your concentration off. I've got a water spot right in my eye. You still take your concentration off your feet, and you're going to end up on one's arse. So I can hear water, but apparently this one we might have to walk over to some boulders. So we'll have a look and see if I fancy walking on the boulders. If not, time's getting on because we've been here for ages. I want to get you down to the big one. That is something you really want to see. You're going to absolutely love it. Yeah, I did see the tree. Yeah, Denise just shouted at me, look at this tree, but we've got other things to do. Other things to do, other shots to shoot. Let's just have a look at these boulders anyway. Whew. What a day. It's a long one, and I need another snack bar. Oh, I can see what you mean about boulders. Let's have a look and see if I fancy climbing over that lot first.
I don't actually mind the rocks. It's the gaps between the tree roots when you put your foot in and you suddenly go down.
I think we're just weighing up the situation at the moment. Be careful going down there. Denise's having a look down here. As you can see her having a walk out onto the rock. Is it round there? Is it massive? Right, she's probably going to have a little look here. I'm going to take you up here. There's a pathway here. I've just got to scramble up this lot. I don't think I can do it with you in my hand. I might have to turn you off. I've just got some lip language from the wife and it went something like, I'm not sure what that means, but I've got a funny feeling she thinks it's impressive. Is it a big one? I'll go down there first and show you. Yep, that's pretty big. That's some waterfall. I don't think I need to go up any further, to be honest. I'm not going to go up there. I've changed my mind because I love the view from here. I love this cascade up to there, the cascade, the cascade, the cascade. I love the mist up in the background. Absolutely fantastic. This is going to make for a absolutely flipping brilliant photo. If I can keep the lens dry, yeah. We've not only got weather to contend with, we've got spray as well. Wow, what a waterfall. Right, let's see if I can get down here and get a bit closer. Put my tripod down. We're actually stood in the river. Look at this, bubbling away. Woo-hoo-hoo. My God. Right, we need to get the camera out. Oh my God, it's soaking down here. I've had my head up, trying to keep my head warm. No, just trying to keep the water off my glasses, to be honest. Camera's covered up. I'll show you the camera. She's just down here. If I can flip you around. Oh, you can see the camera. She's there, just down here. Yeah, I'm just trying to shoot up there, but I've got a feeling, fingers crossed, and please, fingers crossed, I've just done a full panoramic sweep again of this scene, and I've got a feeling it's going to be the best photograph I've ever taken. Or personally, for my own personal, I don't know what you call it, but everything seems to be going on. Massive water, massive waterfalls, the flow, the current, the atmosphere, the aggression of the water, the greens on the rocks, the rain, the atmosphere, the mist in the distance, all the autumn colours. You can't ask for anything more. It is all in one single photograph. Everything is here to tell such an amazing story. So if I've managed to crack that with that panoramic, it's going to be an epic. I will be printing it and it will be going up on my wall, and I will be putting one up for sale. One only, one print. What a fantastic, fantastic scene in front of me. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to struggle now. I'm going to try and get the wide angle lens on, the 12mm Samyang. I'm going to get it on there just to see if I can get a one-shot shot and try and get myself a picture with me in it somewhere. There's a bit of water up there behind me. I reckon I can go and stand in it. So let's see if we can get this sorted. But oh my God, please, if this comes out, it's going to be amazing. You're going to see it right now if it does. If it doesn't, the next scene you'll be seeing me will be at home crying my eyes out. But who knows, eh? The conditions are impossible. Photograph, wipe the lens, cover off, photograph, cover back on, wipe the lens, ready, fire, 2-second timer, cover off. It was really, really hard work, but if that's paid off, oh my God, wow. looks like I've got myself a bit of an audience at the moment, but that's not going to bother me. I've just been talking cameras with this lovely young lady down here. She's got a camera, she's relatively new to it, so we've been trying to explain the settings for her. So I'm going to put out a video all about the basics and like beginner's level, I think, just to explain certain things like f-stops and ISOs and stuff. So it's been quite interesting talking to myself about it. So yeah, she now needs a tripod to get herself some more epic pictures. So Dad's going to spend some money over there for Christmas. Right, I've just taken the last shot, I think, before we head up to the other one. The Samyung's on. I've come up a little bit higher so I can get a bit of elevation on top of this first lot of water. And again, the whole scene's been taken in on this camera. It's a 12mm lens, so it's giving you a massive backseat scene to get everything in. I've been bracketing it just to make sure I've got all the details in the shadow and the highlights. And I've tried a couple of different f-stops, f8 to f11, just to give me a bit more movement in the water. I've even tried ISO 80. So that's us done from this little spot. We're soaking wet now, absolutely drenched. The niece is there waiting to get going, and we've got to head off to the next waterfall. So I'll see you at number 4. Absolutely minging. we are wet on the outside, but we're wet on the inside because we're sweating.
Yeah.
We're hot. It's roasting. It's really humid. We're on the last one.
The trail you were about to go on is more strenuous than the path you've been on.
Oh yeah, it is. Look at the steps.
170 steps down.
170 steps down we're going, but we are here. We're at the last one. So we can do the last little green bit down to the bottom, and then we're going to get on this trail, which is going to be round this way somewhere, and head back round there, back to the little green trail and across the bridge. That's the plan. Let's get this one done. You're going to love this. I'm not going to love coming back up here or going down, but you're going to love it. Oh my word. These are going to murder us coming back up. Absolutely murder us. They're bad enough going down. As you can see, we've made it. We're at the final one. Pretty impressive. Maybe not as impressive as the last one, but that's pretty epic. And the best is yet to come. Believe you me, the best is definitely yet to come. But I can't believe these guys. Can you see these guys here? And they're behind us up here, wherever they are. They got mountain bikes. I don't know where they're going, but that is phenomenal. But I'm so hot, can't see anything out of my glasses. But we do need to set up an image, and we've got to get a photo of this. Again, the mist is making it look fantastic, so we're going to go for a simple shot, leading lines, water in the background, and this nice ambient misty glow. Let's get the camera out. We've got the camera set up. Simple first of all, I'm out of breath really. Whew. Quite a simple one first of all. Literally where I spoke to you, I just put the camera down, had a look through the lens, and I really quite like the shot. I've got a square rock down here in the foreground, you can't quite see it, it's just about there. And it leads you into the image. I've also got a couple of little rocks off to the right, and they're both bringing you round, which is quite a nice shape. And then the line of the rock seems to follow all the way round to the waterfall, which is pretty cool. There's a couple of people up there at the moment, which if they stand still long enough, put a 2-second timer on, I'm going to get them in it, because it gives them a sense of scale. 3-shot exposure, bracketing, I've got the polarizer on, and I think they stood still long enough. I'm at f11, so it gives me a lovely depth of field. There's this beautiful, beautiful mist in the air, the spray, the mist coming off the waterfall, which is just making that atmosphere absolutely fantastic. It really is making it very autumny, very, I don't know, eerie. Eerie is the word, I think. Really, really quite nice. So like I said, that was that shot done. It was as simple as that really. Hit the trigger and away we go. What shutter speeds was we on? Let's have a look. We were on half a second, or 1.2 of a second. So it was giving some movement in the water. So right when I'm finished talking to you, I'm just going to check it, make sure everything's sharp, because on this little Samyang 12mm, it's all manual focus. Battery went flat on me. Yeah, I'm just going to check it, make sure everything's okay. Make sure we've got good focus. Oh, we've got a water spot on the lens. That'll never do. Right. We've got a water spot right in the middle, so I'm going to have to give it a clean, take that shot again, and I can still use the people on the other side. I can blend them back in. So I'm going to take that one, and I might move into the water a little bit and see if I can get a little bit more of a flow from the water, and then we'll get up a bit closer, and then I'm going to show you what we've really come for. All the years I've been doing this, I've never dropped my lens cap. My lens cap just fell off the front of the camera because I hadn't clipped it back on properly. But look at that, the good lady wife just climbed over now. How lucky was that? It went in the river here and it floated down behind them rocks and went into that little patch of snotty creamy stuff down there. So we just saved that lens cloth. Not lens cloth, lens cap. Right, now I've come into the water, as you can see. I'm now studying the river a little bit more so I can get a bit more of a front on image. I've got boulders down here again, so I'm going to use these boulders to lead you into the water, and I've also got the rocks coming in from this side down there. So that's the image. Again, I'm going to take in all these nice greens on the side of us, all these yellow autumn colours. And again, there's people up there. I don't mind the people being in it because they really do give this a sense of scale. So fingers crossed this one will work out just as well as the other one. I nearly fell flat on my face just now, just climbing over these rocks, and Denise was behind me there laughing her head off. Look at her, she was laughing. I slipped, but I managed to get a footing quite quick. Lucky enough, because I had you in my hand and I had the camera in my hand. It just goes to show how quick it can happen. Whoop, and off you go. Camera's set up in a vertical orientation. I can't show you the image, I've just picked a spot on my ear, that's not very nice. Can't really show you how I'm setting it up because it's just too wet. I tried with a 10 stopper on, but it's way too long. I put a 6 stopper on, and that's given me, I've got it down to about 5 seconds. F8 I think I was on. And the reason being is, down here, just see there, look at that little whirlpool going on down there. And what I wanted to try and do is put this little whirlpool at the bottom of the image, and then have the waterfall flowing up in front of you. So I think I've managed to get it. The composition's not perfect, but unless I get in the water, there's not really anywhere I can go, because I can't go any further that way because you've got these horrible big splodges of white snot everywhere, and yeah, they don't look very nice in the picture. So yeah, that's basically that shot. So I'm pretty much sure the first one I took was probably my favourite from here. So I'm going to head now and show you what we've come for. I've nearly told you then. I'm going to put the camera away and I'm going to head up a little bit closer and try and get a bit more of an epic wide scape. This little tree on the side here keeps catching my little eye, so if I can get next to that, maybe put that in the foreground, that'd be quite nice. But yeah, hopefully I can show you what we came for. And honest, you're going to love this. It is epic. As you can see, we've got up a little bit closer now, and the waterfall's really quite dominant and pretty powerful. You wouldn't want to be in the bottom there, I wouldn't have thought. But this is the secret. See that lady there? They're going under the waterfall behind it. This is what I brought you down here for. This is what the day's all been about. This epic journey into the spray and the wetness and the rain, and the spray from this thing is just phenomenal. You probably can't see anything now, and I've still got my camera in my hand. But I am taking you in, one way or another. You're coming in with me. But the spray's epic. We've got to keep moving. Standing under a waterfall. Right, I'm going to stand here for a minute because we're standing under a waterfall there. We're getting pretty wet, so I'm just letting these people get in there first because they're dawdling. And they can't be doing with dawdling. Just listen to it. Right, I know this camera's going to get wet. I should really have the GoPro. I'm going to try and do this up so it doesn't blow away. I've got one in my hand here and one in my hand there. I'm going to give you a quick wipe. You ready? Here we go. Got to watch your footing. We don't want to be falling in. Can you hear this? Woo-hoo-hoo! Here we go. You're now inside a waterfall. How cool is that? You probably can't hear a single word I'm saying, but if you can, that is some serious bit of water going on. There's a good lady wife down there. Bloody epic! This is what we get up to on our adventures. It doesn't get any better than this, does it? Well, what can I say? Oh, oh bless. Am I wet, babe?
just a bit and your glasses are...
Over the other side was fine, but coming through underneath that waterfall is absolutely ringing. I am absolutely drenched. And believe it or not, I don't know if anyone's mentioned, but we're stopping in a van. Are we stupid? That is worth every penny, and it's free. So absolutely fantastic. I know Denise has enjoyed it. I know she's tired. We're both flagging a bit. We've had a couple of snack bars and things like that, a little bit of a Snicker bar, and that's about it. We're really quite hungry now. So we're going to end this video now, I think. I'm sure I got a couple of shots of that. It was really hard. I think I've got an epic selfie with the two of us in, which is just one to dream of. It really is fun. It would look fantastic, it really was. And I got a nice one of Denise in that, and also got a fantastic one looking across with Denise on the other side. She's a tiny little speck compared to the velocity and the size of that waterfall. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this epic adventure. I'm sure it's been a really long one, and I'm sure I've got a few pictures. Hopefully I have. You've already seen them. You know whether I have or I haven't, but I'll show a couple of Denise's as well. If I don't at the end, if I have already, I don't know. My mouth's not even working anymore now. It's not working properly at all. So yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for sticking with it. We do appreciate your support, and like and subscribe. Leave a comment below. If you're an iPhone user or an iPad user, scroll to the bottom. The comments are at the bottom. You've got to go all the way to the bottom of the page and leave us a comment. We love to hear them, we love to read them, and I always do reply. My arms are aching, my back's aching, I'm absolutely drenched. It's time to go back to the van, find somewhere to nest down tonight if we don't stop in the same place. Till next time, till the next adventure. I can't promise it being as good as this one, but there's always an adventure. Would you believe it, just in the big build up to the end of the video, the biggest build up to the end, and the memory card was full. I've just had to delete a couple of things off. So yeah, as I was saying, we can't promise it's going to be an epic adventure like this, because we've thoroughly enjoyed this one. There's been some massive waterfalls in it. It's been pretty good. So till next time, ciao for now.